Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a vacuum cleaner that's too big for my workbench. Oh, I'm making a mess already. Let's get it up here. It's a Panasonic MC UG304. It's a big 2000 watt. It says super lightweight. It's not lightweight at all. It's got filters and whatnot in it. I'm going to show you what's wrong with it initially. The motor works. I think I've tested it. Looking up here, though, if I just take this out here, it's full of hair and stuff. It's full of pet hair, I think. Let's get a box under that, try and catch as much as we can. That whole thing is wedged. It may well be wedged the whole way up. I might do is apply a vacuum the other way to it with a different vacuum cleaner. There's plastic in there. Someone's gone to town on this one. I can unscrew that at the other up here. I have a feeling what I'm going to do is do a full strip down on this one. Try and get into the best of it. Give it a good clean out. I think I have a spare bag for this one. I'm interested to see if it's any better than the modern Dyson DC24 that I have. Because that one's quite a nice one. Is this side clear? That end's clear. That's good. It's good, I guess. That goes straight into the bag. This end is obviously not clear. Now, is that a hole or something stuck? There's something not quite right in that hose there. Bit of a knob or something. Let's get this out. See if this helps at all. Get that bend off the end, I'll be able to push something down it, perhaps. Something long and pointy. Here I bring it in from the outside, let's see. Yeah, there's definitely stuff in there. Poker's coming out, but the stuff is not. Okay. Go from the other end with a drill bit with a spade on the end. Try not to damage the hose. This is full of stuff. It's full of stuff. Okay. Looking into it, I can see like plastic and bits and whatnot stuck in there. There's a match just popped out. Sure, it's not. There's a bit of paper. Let's try with a different vacuum cleaner, applying a vacuum to it, see if anything. Well, see if it clears. I won't be able to see. It's not clear yet. Still full of stuff. There's another washing. There's a washing machine on the. There's a washing machine on the go in the background. If you can hear it. There's something like a plastic bag caught in there. You can feel it. Let's try to get in with these. Yeah, there's another matchstick, some plastic. This is insane. A receipt, some plastic. More stuff. Another matchstick. It's just bizarre how people expect that things would work. fluff. You can see there's a bit of damage, like a matchstick or something was poking out. Maybe that is what's caught in it at an angle or something. Yeah, I can, if I look down it, I don't think, if you look down it you can see that. Maybe. Let's try. Let's try if we look down that. See that little white thing? It won't focus in on it. That little white thing in the bottom I think is a matchstick caught on a diagonal. I don't know if it's it, if we can see it there. It definitely is with a load of fluff behind it. So there's a matchstick caught in a diagonal, a load of fluff behind it. It won't come out. We need something like with a hook on the end maybe. Let's try that. Got this one. It's not very long handle however. Yeah, it's getting stuff out. It's a nice bit of tissue. Not really what I wanted. Let's try it again with my big long drill bit. Yeah, I'm actually pushing the matchstick around there, so there it is. That's a matchstick and some fluff just landed. A staple. More dust. Fluff. Just going in with very long pliers now, pulling out bits at a time, because they're all tangled up in there. So I'm in about this far, which is about half the way in, nearly. Try to see if I can get a bit in from this end. Feels to be bonded on there. Yeah, it's definitely blocked up on this end as well. It's the nozzle end. Let's hook some stuff out. More hair. This is so gross. What's amazing is like it must have quite a strong motor because it's managed to keep sucking to get this, you know, fully caught up. Another matchstick. Somewhat looks like sand or something. Could be anything. Another ball of fluff. More fluff. A plaster wrapper. I can push it, but I'm going to damage, I think. Well, I don't know actually. I seem to be able to push a lump here. But I'm kind of stretching out the plastic, so there's definitely a big lump there. But if I could get it down near the end, and I can hook it out. So I'm not using the drill bit end, I'm just using the back end. I guess a broom handle would do this as well, something like that. Here we go. do a big sick now of guck. Where's it caught? There we go. Come on. Won't come out. It's so caught. Okay. Whatever dust was there. Let's get in here. There's a load of stuff in there. You know, of all the things that is in here, the one thing that isn't in here is money. And what's weird is as well, the bag isn't full, so maybe they choked it up and then went for the bag. Chewing gum wrapper. More fluff. Might be it now, let's see. So now if I can get this straight and we can look down it, you can see it's pretty clear there. After all that stuff, I've vacuumed it through, so it's not going to get much clearer. This is going to interfere with my nose, this dust, I reckon. Let's get all of that put in there with my bare hands. What the devil is this stuff? I don't know. Somebody's skin particles, probably something nice like that. But wait, there's more. So there's another pathway through here. There's more fluff in there. Yikes. More hair coming out of there. Paper, receipts, dust. More fluff and wrappers and chewing gum and whatnot. Big gobs of stuff, you know. Really weird. I think the point is, it didn't get like this overnight, you know? Whatever people are up to. Try this. Ooh. Something lumpy came through. Looking in here, there's another problem. There's a bit of plastic. Some string there, it's not such a big deal. There's another bit of plastic. Let's get this bottom cover off and see what can be done. Doesn't seem to have had much use at all, this machine. Like there's no scrape. There's a few little scrapes on the sides there, but nothing like what you could see on things that were bashed around and used a lot. So what I suspect is the motor's in here and there's a belt drive on one side over here, I'd say, because there's a plastic cover there. Dust. Okay, that's the bottom off. It's full of dust. Right, let's vacuum that off. Put that back together and out of the way. Right. It's got two belts. It's got a belt going. Oh, it's got a belt going up to the motor. It's a belt going up to the motor, the top belt, and it's got a little reducer here to bring it, just speed it up, I guess. Speed up that brush. So let's slide off that piece there. It just slides out, slides in or slides out, and then same on the other side. They're made of metal. And then these brushes just slide out. It's quite easy to replace that one. Bearings are loose, but probably okay. So I'm not going to go any further into that. I'm kind of happy, like that's clean enough because that's going to be underneath. I'll give it a wipe with a cloth. This I wanted to clean out a little bit better. Again, excuse the washing machine. I know it's loud and that's the way it is because this is where I'm working. With these, you can either cut them out or just pull them off. In this case, there's not too much wrapped around it. Sometimes you get a load of hair if it's been somewhere with a load of hair. But like, look at this little orange It's an orange string. Look at this little blue box here. It's full of stuff, you know, just from one brush bar and hose and a vacuum. Like, there's a full bag's worth in there as far as I'm concerned off other machines. The brushes on that are really good. They've not been used much. Okay, I'm gonna wash this off then before I do anything else. Shit. Oh, that was lucky. That's lucky, gotta be careful. It has the brush nozzle on here, so I wonder, that won't fit my other one. A different brush here, let's go. Quite interesting there, it's got a rubber bumper the whole way around. I'm not going to bother taking that off. Or maybe I should. What do you think? Will it come off easily? Will it go back on at all? No, it's going off there. It's going off here. That's it. Just this bit here. Okay, that one. This one. And then think this has to come up from below. There it is. Okay. All off the front. I'll give this a wash as well. That bag's actually looking quite new. In fact, I'd say someone's replaced that and it hasn't worked at all. Because it doesn't appear to be anything in there. Anything at all. Okay. And there's another filter down here on the bottom. This is too big to work up on my bench, but let's pull that out and I'll give that a clean as well. It's just a pre-motor filter there. Don't know that there is a post-motor filter on this one, unless there's some kind of a big gauze filter there. That might be your post-motor filter. I don't know if that would come out quite easily. Feels okay though, and it looks clean. There's obviously some hair on that. I'll give that a wash as well. The issue that you have with these foam filters is that if they're too old, the foam loses its flexibility and just cracks apart. So let's get that wet. It seems that just rubbing it is the best way to lift that fluff off there. It's just a piece of sponge, you know, there's nothing complicated about it. Got a bit of soap in there and just that'll help to clean any dust out of it. That's the filter clean. Let's just see if I can get access in here. If I take out this screw, 2 screws, I don't know if they'll give me access, but we'll see. They might. I don't know what that's doing there. Don't know what that's doing. I'm not too worried about it, that post-motor filter, so I'll just put it back on. While we're here, let's just have a look up at the top, see if there's anything interesting in behind the switch, or if I can even get in here. There's a little, I don't know what that is, it looks like a bag full light or something. Might be a bag full light. Let's open up these screws. Might just be an on-off light. whole handle. Let's get the nozzle out of the way. Cable out of the way. There's some kind of a weird safety screw in there. See if it's Phillips. Just oh, okay, so that's interesting. Look at this screw. It's got a weird, like Phillips, with the heads ground out for some reason. So it's like an assembly screw then. Still haven't got in here though. Oh, there we are. Yeah, we have. Okay, so there's a little vacuum hose there that shows whether or not it's got too much or too little pressure, whatever way it is. You've got a circuit board there. I don't know what that's for. Well, I do. It controls the motor, but why? I don't know. It's all quite clean. I'll give that a bit of a wipe out, but I won't do any more than that. And the handle is just a lump of plastic, I would say. It doesn't even, looks just to be snapped together once. It doesn't have any screws on it. Piece of ABS plastic. Alright, I'll come back to this. So, let's get this machine back together. What did I do last? Yes, indeed. Okay. Why is it so stuck? Looks like there should be a little cable clamp there, but it's missing. 2 holes for a little bracket that holds the cable in, but it's not there. Don't know if it should be there, don't know. Just don't know. And then this handle goes back in. And then it's got that big screw on it. It doesn't seem quite right at all, look. This thing's all popped out. Let's get the handle off again. Oh, there, snaps, okay. That will do it. That looks better. I had this weird screw on the back, which was like a extra wide grooved Phillips thing. Goes right in down there. Okay, where are we next? nozzle could go onto the back. Let's get that on there. In here, this pre-motor filter. Let's slide that back in. I've given it a wash. Sit back in. The bag that came with this machine looks almost unused, and I suspect it is. I suspect what happened was because there was so much hair in it, it wasn't picking anything up. There's another filter here on the front. No, I missed that before. It looks dirty. I'll just leave it as it is. We'll see how we go. This is a 2000 watt machine. Wonder would it help if I turned it around? No, it'll only go one way because it has this little groove in it. Now, so what's happening is that this cloth here is getting stuck, so I'm going to fold a piece of plastic around it, push it in. That'll help that cloth get over the groove, and then just slide it out again. Little trick for you there. Snap it in place, cover back on. I think that's it. It says super lightweight. I wouldn't know if that's quite true. I'm a bit ambitious with that. Put this little brush back in here. Snap it up here. Now, let's have a look at the belts. I suspect the belts are probably okay, but I'm not going to buy new ones without finding out first if it works as it is. So, I think I took this off first. Let's put this bumper bar back on. It went on this piece here. It's snapped in all the way around the front. The most awkward ones to get out were those little keys here on the side. These ones here. Slide them in. The front is quite easy. Then over this side. The last one up on top, like that. Oh, I haven't done it right. Some other thing not done right there. It's to hook over the top. I think I could just push it on. Yeah, I could just push it on with my hands. Right. There was this little hose here, came from somewhere. From the back here, I think. Then there was this lower plate. 5 screws for that, not so many I have left. And there was 2 covers on the sides. I think they go on first, if I'm not mistaken. I think they snap in first. Let's try that. Let's put the bar in. Let's put the belt onto the bar. like that. It only goes one way, there's a tab on one side. That's what's happening there. Likewise this side, so there's the bar in place. It has the little crown on the rollers on each end so that it rides up that way. This nozzle just slots in place, I think. There's a little groove for it, and that's it. It's in, by the looks of it. There's a screw here, a metal screw, but it hasn't got any adjustment on it. It just goes in as far as it goes. Looks like we might be nearly there. I think this has to snap in at the front first. There's no other screws or anything for it. It feels right, it feels good and tight there. So 5 screws to go. This is a Panasonic MCUG304, that's what it says there. Nominal 16 to 1700 watts. Maximum 2000 watts, which is way outside what the European regulations are. Despite the UK leaving the European Union, these rules are still here at the moment. So you couldn't sell this or buy this at the moment for a domestic vacuum cleaner. The trick to get around that though, of course, I think is just to buy something that's commercial and use it at home, but then you're not going to get it on a domestic kind of discount price. Not discount price, but a competitive domestic price. It's likely to cost you far more. I guess this one doesn't come from this device. This thing has to snap back together. It's got these little side tabs on it. And I've broken one of these yesterday. Oh, sugar. I've broken this one actually, looking at that. I hadn't noticed it, and now the plastic's probably not going to have relaxed. This might try to fall out on me. Take it out very carefully. Might be okay. Yeah, it might be okay. It's very difficult to push them in, I find, without wrecking everything. That's it, it's in anyways on both sides. Strikes me that that's not correct now. Have I put this on the wrong way around? I may well have done. The hose just fits on the back there. Should sit up on the side. I think that's the wrong way around. Let's try it the other way. No, it's got the groove on this side, so it won't. If you put it in here, it wouldn't work. So I think it's meant to go over the top. Is that right? No, we'll find out now in a moment. I had it right. Let's put it back together. Yeah, it only goes that one way. Stop thinking. Just follow the process. Somebody in China's made it easy for me, although I don't know if it's designed in China. It says just made in China. That's meant to snap in there and go down to here, is that correct? Who knows? Let's stand it up on the floor and see. Lightweight. Where's a ton? Looks about right. So I've got the brush, the pipes, the cable caddy there. Let's turn it on and see. I'll bring it around the other side to where there's some carpets. When I say some carpet, I mean my tiny piece of gross green carpet. So there it is, Panasonic MC UG304. Thanks for watching. See you later.